What is up, guys? The next Zhongfang Yi banner is almost ending in like 1 or 2 days. And surprisingly enough, we don't have any like real information or confirmation on the next banner. There is a live stream coming up soon, but it's like tomorrow or like the day after tomorrow is kind of like in the middle of the time zone. We do have like a one rerun banner that you can get like Gilberta, Levitate, and all that. But I think what's important before you make big purchases is to know what the upcoming banner is. So you can save your ore barrels and get those instead. So we don't have any confirmation. We don't even have any like leaks on what the next banner is. But we do have some leads, some clues that we can find, some blue clues to investigate. So we do have 3 or 4 characters. We have like an image of these 3. It was shown in the last live stream to kind of tease what the next upcoming character is. So the number 1 candidate, I won't beat around the bush, it's probably going to be Mifu. This is one of the earliest character that we meet in the Wuling story. I think we actually met her before like Tang Tang or even Zhongfang Yi. So Mifu is pretty popular. She has been awaited for the longest already. We actually expected that Mifu was gonna come in this version along with Zhongfang Yi, but you know they pull a fast one on us and just make Zhongfang Yi banner super long, which honestly got quite some complaint. People say that this banner felt like the longest thing in the world. Zhongfang Yi banner was like almost a month, and then there was like no new character to look forward to, and then we would basically have characterless for like almost a month. I also have gotten a bit bored of Zhongfang Yi playstyle. I know she's like broken, but you know, it's getting really tiring to see cast electrification, press skill, and then pop alt, and then press skill, and then thunder go boom. Oh, and then do it all over again and again. I got so tired of Zhongfang Yi, I started to go back to playing Yvonne and Tang Tang again. I should probably also try out a free-to-play physical admin again, just to do like a challenge. But enough about that. Back to Mifu. Mifu is probably the number 1 candidate for the next banner. Like the number one person, the number 1 running candidate. I bet everyone's soul that the next banner is going to be Mifu. And Mifu, a lot of people have talked about her kit. It's probably not true. A lot of the leaks are kind of like bullshitting. Or maybe they saw the leaks and then they change it. Sources do say that maybe Mifu is going to be like a support for Zhongfang Yi. Because Zhongfang Yi right now, her team is kind of like free-to-play friendly, doesn't have much like premium team. So Mifu might be that. But also, some people also say that Mifu kind of looks like a main DPS. She might be like a physical DPS that kind of like, it's kind of like for like Enmin or Chen. But we already do have kind of like a physical DPS, which is Rosie. So that might counter the argument. But other than Mifu, the next character, right now Endfield only does like one character per phase, right? There's not counting the reruns. So for the phase 2, it's probably not going to be any rerun yet. Phase 2 is probably going to be the first ever male limited character, Camley. This guy right here. This vampire dude is really popular lately. Hopefully he's coming out soon. This is my bet. I bet that he's going to be in phase 2. I do also hope that he's going to coming soon. I think the game is really cooked in the gender ratio side, and I think Camley can really fix it, especially at a time where other games like NTE is kind of being criticized for being way too much waifu pandering. I feel like Endfield can one up NTE by giving us a one male limited character to balance things out. And it's not like Endfield does not want any like male characters. They did like shill out Ardashir a lot in the last story patch. I remember a lot of Ardashir screen time. So they do know, they are aware of the target market. So hopefully they go in that direction. So phase 1 Mifu, phase 2 Camley, that's my bet. Lock in. I bet on everybody's lives on this. I bet it on. I'm putting this on everybody's soul. But you know, other than those two, there are some other candidates, some other suspects that I wouldn't be too surprised that maybe like after Mifu. I think Mifu is like guaranteed for like the next phase. I used the word probably and guarantee at the same sentence, but you get my point. So the next character that I think might be the next one, in case if there's no Mifu or Camley, it's not going to be this green girl, but it's going to be Li Zhiyan. You may have forgotten about her. If you remember the story, she went into the white space to fight with Ardashir, and then she came back, and then she's like in the hospital bed being cooked, and I think she like recovered. I think that's where the story points comes in. So Li Ziyan has already appeared in the story. She kind of looks like Fei Xiao. She got a lot more screen time in the last story, and I think she's going to be next. One reason is I think she's not like a super important character and more of like a fillery side character. So they're going to like put her after like Zhang Fangyi, which is like the main leader of Wuling. Just so we don't have like too much important characters grouped up together. And I would not be surprised if Li Ziyan is also like a support for Zhang Fangyi. She kind of looks like Zhang Fangyi's sidekick. So after Li Ziyan, in case if there's no Li Ziyan, it's probably going to be the green hair girl. That's the last candidate, which is the fourth. Highly unlikely she's going to be next in the banner. So I don't think she has a name yet, but she does have like cross reference from like the original Arknights. She is female Farenmut proxy. I don't know what that is, but she seems pretty popular and important already. But I don't think she's as popular as like Mifu or Camely, so she's probably going to be like in the future, which is probably like next month. So those are my bets. Mifu, Camely next, and then Li Ziyan and the green hair girl is next. So any reruns, because right now we have a rerun, right? Well, not like a standalone rerun banner, but like a 4-in-1 joint operator banner that lasts until like June something. I think they're going to like, I think they do this to like test out which character is more popular when people are given the choice to like choose in the rerun banner. Because you know, in the Festive Brilliance, once you get the 120 pulls, you can like choose which character you want. I think they already know it's going to be Gilberta. They just filled the banner up with some other bullshit like Levitain, Pog, and Arlet just to mix you up. But my guess is that after they do this rerun banner, they won't be doing like standalone rerun for Gilberta or Levitain. I think the game just know that like standalone rerun Levitain is not going to generate as much revenue. So they kind of just tie them all up together and make like a 4-in-1 rerun banner. Now, will that come again in the next patch? I think probably not. We don't have enough characters to rerun yet. And notice how they rerun, like, they rerun mostly supports. Because usually they're probably releasing more damage characters. And these damage characters usually might require certain supports. Like maybe Levitain needs Ardalia, or like Rosie could use like Pogner Richnik. So they release like damage characters as the limited characters, and then they drop some supports, like essential supports like Gilberta in the reruns. Because when Gilberta first came to the banner, people underestimated her importance, and after getting all the new DPS characters, we realized Gilberta is the most important thing in the world, which is why we are all rolling on the Gilberta rerun banner. So right now we don't have much characters to rerun, so I don't think they'll do any rerun banners. The only options, I think, maybe if they do a rerun banner, there is like Tong or Yvonne, Rosie. I think those three characters are left for reruns, but I think Yvonne and Tong are quite popular, but like not really rerun worthy yet. It's not fast enough. I think Endfield right now should churn out some more new characters that would help the game popularity a lot, especially with like Camely. I think he will turn the game around. So other than the character banners, one other thing I'm really looking forward to is new rewards, probably more rewards, more free-to-play, free pulls rewards after the free monthly pass. Hopefully they give some more rewards, especially at a time when Genshin is being criticized for only giving like 60. I think right now is a good time for Endfield to double down and give a lot more rewards. But one more thing I'm also looking forward to in the next version of Endfield is the new endgame. Contingency contract, or CC for short. There's a lot of things in this world that can be short form to CC, so I'm not really too used to calling that. So I completed the Umbrella Monument, the latest one. I haven't like released the video yet, but y'all will see soon. I completed all the Agony mode too. So Umbrella Monument, I think we're all getting bored of it, You clear it once and then that's it, even though some of these could be quite hard. Some of these Umbrella Monuments are quite rage baiting. But when the new endgame comes, like Contingency Contract, I feel like that would change things up. That will bring up the ante. Because I heard that you can like adjust the difficulty yourself. You can do all sorts of challenges, fully customize your challenges, and earn the points according to it. And that would help with this game replayability and endgame enjoyability, which is what we need in this current modern gacha game space. So very excited for the live stream, I think like tomorrow. Hopefully we got good news, but back to the original point of the video, the next two upcoming characters, which I predict is going to be Mifu and Camille. I remember last time before Zhongfangyi came out, I think I predicted like Zhongfangyi and Mifu, and then they only like released Zhongfangyi. So I'm technically not wrong. The next character after Zhongfangyi, Mifu, then Camille. And hopefully, maybe even give us Ardashir and Neferith. That would be even more amazing. I feel like Ardashir will break the internet, will bring Arknights Endfield back to the top 1 game ever. Anyway, guys, that's all for it for now. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think, and I'll see y'all next time.